vengeance.
Wow. I'm here. AWO in the house. Welcome to episode 14 of Capes and Trunks. I hope you're all doing good today, guys, on this evening of Capes and Trunks. Was it Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday. Tuesday, yeah. Hope you're all good, guys. Is this live, right? Yeah, this is live, right? Yeah, this is live. Okay, it's live. Okay.
It's live, right? Yeah, this is live.
Come say hello. Please, I would appreciate it very much. Come say hello. I have a lot to say today on Capes and Trunks. A lot of DC news. Wow. Man, even that came after this. A lot of DC news. I want to see the chat popping too. So, chat, start popping, guys. Let's start popping in the chat. Okay? Really do hope to see this chat start popping. All right? So come say hello in the chat, all right? Come say hello. Man, oh man. So come say hello. All right. So what are we going to talk about today? Okay. Some things that are in here in the title, and there's some things that are not in the title we're going to talk about, or I'm going to talk about tonight. Okay? So I hope to see this chat start popping. All right. All right. So what are we doing? Oh, okay. Actually, what I want to talk about is not in the title. Okay. I actually want to talk about some potential who the Man of Tomorrow villains might be, okay? Now, everybody assumes it's Brainiac, okay? The villain of Man of Tomorrow is going to be Brainiac, okay? Well, that does seem like a very strong possibility. It is one of the leading choices. One of the leading candidates to be the villain of Man of Tomorrow. But apparently, there's another villain that decided to raise his hand to volunteer to possibly be the villain of Man of Tomorrow. Okay? Now, the villain is not Lex Luthor, it's not Parasite, it's not Livewire, it's not Metallo or anybody like that. Okay? It's, according to Nexus Point News, it might be Mongo. Okay, Mongo. Mongal is a villain, okay? So, the Nexus Point News, I'm going to bring it up because you may be think I'm just saying this out of my mouth without any information, without anything to back it up. So I'm gonna bring it up. The next is Point News. Once I figure out how to share this shit. Okay. Now I knew about Nexus Point News for a while, guys. I know about Nexus Point News. So I got Nexus Point News, and it's highlighted with the high headline: exclusive. Matt Termel's casting description give hints of film's villain. So they believe they have what a description of the description of kind of actor they're looking for. Okay. Okay. A description of what kind of actor they're looking for. Right? So, casting description. Okay, we're going to read this. Well, I'm going to read it, and you're going to listen. And I hope you guys comment on it. Okay. Yes, I've heard that. Yes, actually, I'm going to talk about that too on this channel. Actually, I am going to talk about that too. Okay. I'm going to talk about this right after. Okay. The old TJ. All right. So, Nexus Point News says a DC studio gears up for production on its fourth feature film. Casting is currently underway on its lead villain. Sources tell Nexus Point News that makeup and prosthetics will be used for the film's antagonist. In addition, actors with strong build and stature are being looked at for the role. The makeup and the portion heavily hints at the character being Brainiac, known for his green skin and technological enhancements. Another character heavily expected by fans is the villain Mongo, who the casting description could be hinting at as well. Mongo is particularly known for his size, and the makeup could be used to recreate his yellow skin. Okay. Reading both of that, Hunter, they've been crying for years. Don't worry about it. They've been crying for years. But reading a description, right? Prosthetics and makeup. I think, and what an actor has to be well built, and built like stature, right? Not right. You know what I mean? Like the Rock type, something like that. Here's the thing. Something like that. To me, I don't know. We all are convinced it's Brainiac, but I don't think Brainiac needs that much prosthetics on him. Or makeup. I mean, Brainiac could be pure, mocap. Brainiac to me sounds like pure mocap kind of character, where you have an actor who is going to voice Brainiac and be Brainiac, but not necessarily be in costume or in makeup as Brainiac. I don't think you need necessarily a well-built, structured, strong build for Brainiac. Brainiac is not heavily known to be intimidating in that sense as well built, right? Okay, not in that sense. That's not how Brainiac is perceived. Brainiac is more of an intellect, and in other aspects, right? He's more of an intellect, a manipulator. Sure, he does fight. Okay, and I don't think he needs as much prosthetics or makeup. I don't think an actor needs to go undergo a transformation that much for Brainiac. Brainiac to me could be pure mocap. Just get the actor, and Brainiac could be pure mocap. Okay. Mongo, on the other hand, Mongo could be mocap too, but Mongo structure, the character is a lot more what a warrior, what almost like a bodybuilder kind of structure, kind of the Rock kind of structure, Alan Richardson kind of structure, something like that. Now Mongo has that more of that structure like that. From his pictures, you see in the comics and live action, he's more well built. Mongo, on the other hand, is more well built than Brainiac, and he in the costume he would wear, I don't think the kind of costume we can make for Mongo would be that hard to get to put on. I think it'll be a simple costume. It can simple to make for Mongo. I don't think it's that difficult. And Mongo could also be mocap too. Mongo could be mocap, right? Like, gotta remember, Josh Brolin, Mark Ruffalo, Vin Diesel, Bradley Cooper. Remember, they did mocap for their Marvel characters. They're not exactly the well-built guys, right? And Josh Brolin mocap for Thanos. He didn't go any other prosthetics or any makeup. Right? You could say for Brainiac. Brainiac could be more prosthetic, more mocap than any other character. But Mongo I can see, because I don't think the transformation of Mongo would be all that difficult compared to Brainiac. I think Mongo could have a simple costume, and sure, they could paint his face yellow. And the thing is, all they need to do is paint his face yellow. Really, they don't need to paint anything else. Maybe his hands yellow. And I don't think it's going to be a long process like, say, Colin Farrell's Penguin. The Colin Farrell Penguin, it was a long ass process to get into the prosthetics costume. Yeah, Mongo. Yeah, she might be dead. That might be canon. But I don't think much work is needed. I don't think the work on Brainiac compared to Mongo is all the same. I think it's easier to work on Brainiac than Mongo, because Brainiac could be pure mocap if you wanted to. Really. For Mongo, you could do mocap of Mongo. I mean, sure. The killer shark, right? But Mongo, you could see somebody put in a costume and dress and paint their face. Really. You could see that with Mongo. I could see that with Mongo. Or Mongal. Whatever. Mongal. Mongo, that's the wrestler's name. Oh my god. Right? Okay. Now, I don't know if Degrassi's here in the chat, but if you've been paying attention to my buddy Degrassi, he's been in the chat. He's been backing Mongal for a while. Okay? So he could be right about that. Okay? He definitely could be right about that. Okay? And I expect as we get closer to what the fuck? I expect as we get closer to this movie is being filmed next year, springtime next year, we'll get announcements, we'll get cast announcements. I don't think we're going to get like some event. There's going to be a major event where James Gunn's going to announce the villain. I think he's just going to. Was he? Oh, I think he's just going to announce on social media accounts who the official villain of Man of Tomorrow is. Okay. I think it's going to happen. Remember, they did that with with the Superman announcements. The Superman announcements, there was no convention, there was no cons, no expos, no anything like that where they announced the casting for Superman. It just randomly dropped on all the social medias, right? The trades and all that stuff. So I think we'll get the same thing here. Same thing here with the villain of Superman, Man of Tomorrow. I think it's going to be the same premise as that. It's been confirmed. Obviously, Lex is back, and Superman. Obviously, Superman's back. But, yeah, he was. Also, we don't know who else is in. I mean, look, we don't nothing. We don't know who else who's in the movie. Now, I think it's safe to say Lois Lane's in the movie. Okay, I think it's safe to say Lois Lane. She's definitely safe in the movie, right? Lois Lane. That's obvious. Lois Lane, right? Lois Lane is safe, right? There. That's okay. Lois Lane. Let's take the safe choice out of the way. Lois Lane. Probably Perry White and Jimmy Olsen. They're probably going to be in the movie. Okay? I say the people that are working at the Daily Planet that we saw in the first movie, I think it's safe to say they're in the second movie. At least they're very important characters from the Daily Planet. Okay? They're safe to, I think it's safe to say. Okay? Also, Justice Gang? Yeah, probably. Probably. I'm not going to say they're fully safe to say they're going to be in it. I believe they will. Oh, wait. Yeah, I think the Hawk Girl actress says she's going to be in it. So I think it's safe to say that they're in it. Okay? And Lex Luthor. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay. 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 Lex Luthor. Right? Right, guys. Okay. You're definitely safe in being in this movie. Okay? So, and if I remember, I don't know, maybe a month ago, I did my top 5. It was a video, Capes and Trunks, top 5 DC, not DC villains, Superman villains I can see in the Man of Tomorrow. I had Lex Luthor at number 1. Obviously, I did have Lex Luthor at number 1 because you can't trust Lex Luthor, and he's Superman's ultimate villain. Darkseid is not Superman's ultimate villain. Lex Luthor is always going to be the ultimate villain, like the Joker is to Batman, right? Batman, right? The Joker is the opposite of Batman, and Lex is the opposite of Superman. But I think I had Brainiac and Mongo in my top 5. I had Brainiac second, and I don't remember where Mongo. I think my top 5 was Lex, Mongo, Brainiac, Parasite, and who else? Metello? I don't remember. This is before. I think this was in the middle of this Peacemaker season. It was probably a month ago or like a month and a half ago I made this video. Don't remember exactly. I mean, I know it's not that. I know it wasn't 3 months ago. I know it was maybe 1 to 2 months ago. That's a fact. Okay. Oh, really? Kaiju Metello? Wow. That's interesting. I never played that game. Did I? I had a 360 back in the day. I never played that game. I should have. It's my fault. Okay, that's my fault. Okay. I'll send it. Okay, so yeah, that's what I want to start off. Actually, I really want to start off about what John Campia said. I do have the clip. John Campia, it's what John Campia said. Do I still have the clip? I have it in my DM group. If you saw my DM group that some of my friends are in, they're in my chat. You saw the John Campia clip, about a 2-minute clip. Well, John Campia says he read off a report off Bloomberg, right? Off Bloomberg saying that, yeah, if the merger happens, if Warner Brothers gets Paramount, if Paramount gets Warner Brothers, that Paramount is going to keep everybody on from Warner Brothers. Pam Abby, Michael DeLuca, but it would still keep on James Gunn and Peter Safran in DC Studios. Okay? Now, so John Campia, his main topic of the day, that was his main topic, okay? So John Campia, what do you think of John? It doesn't matter what you think of John, this is not the point here. Okay? John Campia said he contacted someone at Paramount, right? Someone Paramount, whatever, through email, through text, whatever, and asked about the Bloomberg report. And he got a reply from the person at Paramount. Don't know who it is. So whatever, take it a grain of salt. Someone Paramount. And just replied one word, yes. 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 So John Campia on his channel confirmed that if the merger happens, if Paramount does get their hands on Warner Brothers, James Gunn, Peter Safran, Michael DeLuca, Pam Abby are all safe. All safe. All safe. They're not worried. Nothing to worry about. Okay? Now, this is what John Campia said. I'm saying it to you, so you may not believe it because I'm just saying it with my words. But I do have a clip of him saying this and admitting this. If you watch John Campia, if you're watching this episode on the relay, the stream on the replay, and you watch John Campia, you might have seen it yourself. But if you don't watch John Campia and you're not, or else, and you don't believe me, I'll play the clip. It's about a little under 2 minutes.
To keep Warner Brothers largely intact, and they get more specific when they write the following. Paramount Skydance Corp plans to keep much of Warner Brothers Discovery Inc. intact if it merges with the rival film and TV studio, a decision that may help address worries about job losses and production costs. David Ellison, Chief Executive Officer and controlling shareholder of Paramount, wants to keep the creative teams of the two studios while consolidating some of the marketing and distribution, according to people familiar with his plans. Okay, look. When they say he plans to keep the creative teams of the two studios intact, I have people that I know at most of the studios. Doesn't mean I have close relationships with them, but I know most people, and a lot of times when something comes out, I will fire off emails asking for clarification. 7 times out of 10, they don't respond. 1 time out of 10, they'll say, I can't address that. And maybe about 15, 20% of the time, they'll actually give me an answer. I know a couple of people over at Paramount, and to which I wrote, I quoted this article out of Bloomberg. I says that Ellison plans to keeping the creative teams in place. And I specifically and directly asked, does that include DeLuca and Nabdi, and does that include James Gunn and Peter Safran? To which they gave me a simple response. Yes. Yes. So, I mean, To be fair, that's fairly clear in the article. I probably didn't even need to write and ask, but still, I did write and ask for clarification. Is Ellison's plan of keeping the creative teams in place, does that include DeLuca and Abdi, which you and I, Rob, would have been shocked with the winning streak that DeLuca and Abdi have been on.
Okay, you heard it there from hey, Degrassi. So you heard it from Cappy himself, and I believe Bezos will be the same thing. I think most studios are interested, whether it's Amazon, let's say Netflix, Apple, whatever. Most studios are interested. They would keep them on too. They would keep them on too. You don't get rid of success, okay? Okay? You don't get rid of success, okay? Yes, companies, when they buy companies, when they merge, they like to bring in their own people, things like that. They would like to bring in their own people, but if they merge or buy and there's people working there that have been successful, they may keep them on board, okay? Always a threat of a merge or a buyout or something like that. There's always a threat of potential layoffs, right? Cuts, things like that. Always. Cost measuring procedures, whatever. Even though I don't believe it for a second, really, with billion-dollar companies, but whatever. Okay? Especially studios like Paramount with how much they have. I'm going to have to be right back. Okay, I'm back. Just had to grab something. Okay. Now, once again, this is John Campia. And I know the thing about John Campia is he's not really an occult. He's not really a cult or a gun, whatever you want to call it, gun fans. Okay? He just reports the news what it is, right? Reports the news, and he does give opinions on things. Okay? So that's what it is. He's okay. And I do believe he has connections too in the industry. I mean, look, how else did he get when back in his AMC Day Collider days? How else did they get people like Kevin Feige on? You don't get somebody like Kevin Feige on AMC if you don't have a way in. I mean, yeah, you could contact his agent. You could contact. Well, you don't contact Kevin Feige's agent. If you would contact Disney, right? You contact Disney. Okay. Okay. Obviously, right? So sure. Sure. Okay, sure. So so obviously, as much as there's a lot of times where I disagree with some of the stuff, but I agree with some of the stuff, and he says some ridiculous stuff. He's just he's not Grace in that way, Grace Randolph in that way. But I do believe when it comes to sources, when it comes to scoops, whatever, if I had to choose between the two, who I believe, yeah, it's Campia. It's Campia. Feige doesn't have an agent, then who represents him? Does he have a manager? I mean, who an account? Who a lawyer? But if I had to choose a two where I could believe credible rumor scoops reports, it's Campia. It's Campia. Sorry, it's Campia, but whatever. I mean, okay, it's 100% Campia. He has a booking agent. Oh. But Degrassi, there's a lot of this. Do you have to go through? Do you have to go through Disney to talk to him, or do you actually have to? Or can you actually contact him? I mean, whatever. Can't be over Grace. Whatever. I know you could. I know where you could get agent info, but when you get agent info on IDMB, you could get agent info if you pay. Or you can just, whatever. I mean, I wish I had James Gunn come on my YouTube channel. Whatever. But, Campia, I'm saying this, Campia has more connections to Grace. Like, Gracie cannot believe, okay? Okay, so I do think I would believe Campia more. And honestly, even though if Amazon or Paramount is willing to keep these executives on, keep these heads, the CEOs on from the Warner Brothers Discovery, I still don't think Warner Brothers is gonna sell. Like now. I don't think they're gonna sell now. I don't think they're gonna sell within a year. Netflix clearly says they want their assets. I don't think Warner Brothers is looking to sell their assets. What would Warner Brothers have if they have no assets? If you have no assets, you got nothing, right? Really? What? Cable? Whatever. They're already splitting into two, right? Right? Warner Brothers is splitting into two. Obviously. If you haven't heard, if you're living on a rock. Okay, so... Right, so yeah, I mean, I made a video on my other channel, actually about this. It's getting a little traction. Not the video, not this because it's new, but my channel is getting a little traction. My new channel, kind of. So. Crash Bandicoot is, yeah, man, that's crazy. All right, so. All right, now, I don't, look. And you know how I don't know this, guys. Like, Supergirl is going under reshoots. Okay. 2 weeks of reshoots. Fine. Standard procedure in movies, right? Especially comic book movies. Reshoots. Okay. Reshoots. Okay. Reshoots. Okay. Fine. But you got people like Harsh Critic, that idiot. Oh, they already are saying that, TJ. Where do you think I'm going with this? That's what I'm saying. You already got people like Harsh Critic. Okay. People, obviously the cult. Okay. Saying, oh, since they're doing this, they know the movie is bad, it's gonna fail, it's gonna flop. Oh, and they need Superman in this movie to make it successful. They're using that excuse. They're using, oh, the DCU is dead. James Gunn's going to be gone. He's going to be let go. He's going to be fired. And they've been saying that every single day. They've been saying that more than Kathleen Kennedy has been saying. Than Kathleen Kennedy has been being fired every day. Rumored to be fired every day. Because at least with Kathleen Kennedy, it's like every 2 or 3 months. It hasn't been like that in a while now, but with James Gunn, it's been like every day. Asian market, yeah, exactly, TJ. That's what I'm talking about, Harvey. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm defending it. I'm defending the reshoots. Blinded? He might be doing school stuff. Okay. Did he quit? Oh yeah, he did quit. Thank you. So, okay. Every day they say James Gunn's going to be fired. And do you know the only trashy news sites that talk about James Gunn being fired are the ones that have a bias towards James Gunn in the DCU, but not the respectable ones. Okay? Even the trades that are not biased, but just report bullshit from scoopers and stuff, just for clicks, clickbait, but don't put your personal opinions, feelings, politics into their articles. Yeah. Okay. Of course, Harvey. See, of course, Harvey. And I mean, when the Supergirl movie was announced and when it started filming, I think everybody here expected Superman to be in the movie, right? Even for a minute, right? Me and still Superman's in the movie. Even if it's for a minute, I think it'll be more than just a minute. But my point is, everybody expected Superman to be in it, right? Okay. They do have a hate boner for Gunn. So, now, right? Now, and guess what, guys? Avengers Doomsday is going to do the exact same thing. They're going to do the same thing. So, Marvel's been doing this, what? DC's been doing it, but Marvel's been doing this. Marvel Studios has been doing what for a decade? Reshoots, pickups, whatever, right? They've been doing it for a decade, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, ever. Okay. Yeah, he did quit. Hello there, Slav. Hello. But okay. Reshoots are standard in the filming industry. Okay. This is it. Okay. That's doesn't mean the film was. Look, obviously, Captain America: Brave New World. There was a lot of reshoots, and the movie wasn't great. But that movie was, I'd say, it was a little better than what people were projecting out to be. Okay, Thunderbolts have reshoots, and Thunderbolts was a tremendous movie. Okay, tremendous movie. Fantastic Four had reshoots and shoots. The Doctor Doom scene obviously was the after credit scene. That was not directed by Matt Shakeman. That was directed by the Russos. But the reshoots scene, some of the pickup shoots, not reshoots, but the pickup scenes in I believe in Fantastic Four, I think one of them was the human form of Silver Surfer from her planet. We see her on the beach with her daughter. Is it Julia Gardner? Yeah, Julia Gardner. the actress. I think that's one of the pickup shoots. Okay. Okay. Remember, a lot of Marvel successful movies have this. Okay. Brave New World. We're for the better. Yes. 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 Exactly. Okay. Superman had other principal photography to do. Always Avengers Doomsday, they're taking a break. You think the filming is done Avengers Doomsday? They can say filming is done and then they can say post-production. Well, post-production in movies really means there's still some filming to do. Okay? Okay? And then when they're done with the filming part, they can put everything all together. Okay? Okay? Heck, Clayface is wrapping up. And Clayface felt like it just started. Yeah, I know Seth Rollins. Yeah, I know Seth Rollins. Yeah, he was in it, and he confirmed like months ahead that he was cut out. He was cut from it. The Super Society was supposed to be in the movie. Originally supposed to be in the movie, the Super Society. Him and the actress Rosie Salazar, Alita Battle Angel. She was supposed to be in it too. She was supposed to play Diamondback. You know Diamondback from the comics? She was supposed to play Diamondback. I believe it's Diamondback. It cut her out. Completely out. Of the film. And I'm forgetting Giancarlo Esposito's character's name. Somebody correct me on the character he plays. I forget his name. Oh, man. I'm blanking on it. But I apologize. I apologize. But remember, he wasn't in the original cut. He was not going to be in the original movie, the original cut. But they put him in, right? Sidewinder, thank you. Right? And didn't he say he was going to be in a Disney Plus show? He also said he was going to be in a Disney Plus show. Okay. So this is nothing to worry about with these shoots. It's just people in the cult that have an agenda, that have a gripe against DC, Warner Brothers, or whatever, James Gunn, that they think this is bad. No. Reshoots, pickups, whatever. No. It's standard stuff. And they're using anything. They're trying to find anything. They're trying to find anything to make their points relevant. Okay? Seem important. It's a losing cause. It's a a losing cause. Be fans of Snyder Cut. Be fans of Snyder's work. Fine. You gotta be fans of Snyder's work, but you gotta understand. You have to understand. You're not getting what you want. Okay? The studio's moved on. Okay? The studio knows that the old, whether it's Snyder part, the era of the DCU, the Snyder era of DCU, or when it all went downhill, when it all went over the place, Warner Brothers knows, Zaslav knows, this was not a well-oiled machine. And yes, James Gunn is doing little things different from Marvel, obviously doing things different than Marvel, but he's obviously taking some things that he's learned in Marvel Studios and putting them into the DCU, how to go about things. Not exactly origin stories, things like that, or not making movies and then 10 years later Disney Plus was obviously not doing that right? Like Marvel's done, but he's taking some things from Marvel he's learned, right? He's learned, right? Such as how to make something's connected. I know. People say everything in Marvel is not connected. I'm gonna tell you one thing. I'll tell you one thing is a lie. Why? Not why in the Infinity Saga, almost everything is connected. Okay, you may not see the big connection, but in Infinity Saga, everything is connected in some way because almost every single movie contained hints to the Infinity Stone. Because he's the president, or he has to. Almost every single movie in Infinity Saga hints some aspect of the Infinity Stone. Okay, Infinity Stone. That's the Easter egg. That's the hint. That's what they're trying to show you. Every single thing. Him was almost in every single Marvel movie was hinting towards Infinity War and Thanos, obviously. Okay, Captain America, the first movie. What was it? What was it called before the Terrasac? Was it Terrasac? The Terrasac, right? It was called the Terrasac, right? The Red Skull had Terrasac that appeared in the Captain Marvel movie, right? Was the Captain Marvel movie also had the Terrasac? That was what was it the Space Stone? Was it what stone was it? Power Stone? It was one of those stones, Space or Power Stones, right? Doctor Strange, the stone with the necklace thing, right? That was the Mind Stone, right? No, that wasn't the Mind Stone. That was the Time Stone. Time Stone. Vision with the thing in the thing in his head. That was the Mind Stone, right? I do think. I do think. They're not going to investigate Vic. Why would they investigate Vic's death? They're Lantern characters, not Batman characters. They're going to investigate the town they're in. The Lanterns are not going to be in Gotham. Okay? Okay? If anybody, just hypothetically, if anybody's going to investigate Vic's death, would be Batman, not the Lanterns. I'm just saying, like, oh yeah. Supergirl lasting output because of Marvel Superman. Okay. Just no. But you gotta see. The problem with DC and Warner Bros. They're in a rush. They're trying. When Marvel was in its heyday, they were trying to rush the DC, Man of Steel, BVS, Justice League. They were trying to rush it. They were trying. Oh, Wonder Woman. They were trying to rush and trying to rival Marvel. By the time BVS came out, Marvel was in a second phase, on the verge of its third phase, right? Civil War. Marvel was riding high, and Marvel did not lose momentum basically for a decade. Yeah, some movies didn't make a lot, but a lot of momentum Marvel did not wane. Okay. DC was just trying to rush. Now, I'm not saying Zack Snyder was not the guy or not, but it just didn't resonate with a lot of people. His sure, TJ, but not Batman characters, right? Not Batman characters. Maybe Argus. I was not expecting two time periods, two eras, DCU eras. Okay. Okay. You never know. I know. You never know. Okay. You never know. You never know. You never know. All right, so Clayface has wrapped up filming, right? Clayface is going to wrap up filming according to the lead actor star, right? Lead actor star of the movie. It's weird though. Did it feel like Clayface just started filming? It's strange, but it feels like Clayface just started filming. Really, really. Okay. It just feels like Clayface is just started filming, but apparently it's gonna wrap up. Okay. Man, I can't wait to see how this movie is. As a Batman fan. Okay. Oh yeah. By the way, do not listen to Chuck Dixon about Superman and Gun. Chuck Dixon has no connections, has no information, has no sources. Okay? Let me tell you something. A lot of comic book writers don't know about the movie side of things. Okay? Unless they're working in the movie side of things. Okay? Look, like James Gunn has a bunch of comic book writers in the writer's room. So they know the insides. They know the inside baseball terms, right? They know the inside stuff. But a lot of writers have no clue. A lot of comic writers have no clue what's going on the TV and movie side. Okay, no freaking clue. Okay. No, I do not think Cersei is a part of Team Creature Commands. I think she's I don't think she's trying to save the world. Really, I think she's just manipulating everything. Sure, yeah. Degrassi, of course, they're gonna have pick up reshoot schedule. Obviously, yeah, of course. Respect that. I expect that. We all expect that. Okay. Because every time Degrassi guys, every time you say a movie's finished filming, always use that term loosely, finished filming loosely, quotation marks, because we know that's not the truth. The truth. You know that's BS. And to be quite honest on it, I don't think it's worth reporting. I really don't think it's worth reporting if this movie is started filming or it started shooting. I really don't care. As long as the movie comes out by the time it's release date, right? The release date comes out. If the release date if delayed, pushed back, okay, maybe I'll care a bit, but I really don't care. Okay, like if the discussion film or these other executions, it started filming. I really don't care. Who cares? Well, the Penguin's gonna be a very different Penguin than the DCU. Okay, they're not. The Batman universe is not gonna be part of the DC, even with the alternate universe stuff. Vic is just a character for that one season. Mash up. Okay, all right. But I like this. I don't know. But Clayface, man. God. When do you guys think we're getting a Supergirl trailer? Okay? Because look, we're getting into November. Okay? November of 2025. Remember, the first trailer for Superman came out in December of last year, right? Because I'm gonna say this, DCU is not gonna have Vic in it. DCU is not gonna have Vic in it. That's why. Because the character is dead. The character cannot have character development if he's dead. But guys, the Superman trailer came out. The Superman trailer came out in December of last year, right? December of last year. Okay? Last year, December. For a July film, right? Supergirl comes out in June. Okay? Supergirl comes out in June. And Supergirl's been done filming for until now. 2 weeks of reshoots. Do you think we could get a trailer for Supergirl in November? The first official teaser trailer in November, late November, or December? Or do you save? Because I believe now the two big studios. Because look, I'm thinking way ahead. Steve Trevor, action figure, nice. I'm thinking way ahead, okay? Because Super Bowl is in February, obviously, right? Super Bowl is February, okay? But there's a lot of big movies, and I believe Spider-Man will probably have a trailer. Super Bowl, probably. There's Warner Brothers release Supergirl trailer. Then, now I'll be if or do they release it early? What are you talking about? That makes him a villain? Okay. Sorry. Crazy McFarlane. But I'm just thinking. Obviously, there's the NCAA championship game, right? You could do it there. But I don't know. What's that event they have in Brazil? Don't they have an event in Brazil? A movie event in Brazil? Or a fan something in CCXP in Brazil? Do they have that in Brazil? That was is it CCXP in Brazil? Are they having it in November? Is that in November? Do you think there's a chance they promote Supergirl there? Is that what's called? Is it in Brazil? I have no idea, guys, if it's in Brazil or Mexico. Arkham family of lunatic exorcist. Sometimes corruption is out of Bruce Wayne's hands. Look, that Bruce Wayne has donated money to Arkham for treatments, for resources, okay? He has. He has. But don't know. I don't know what's and I can't wait for a Supergirl trailer. Yeah, I mean TJ. Arkham, no matter what adaptation, no matter what medium Arkham is, there's always corruption in Arkham. You have no idea about Bruce Wayne then. You have no clue about Bruce Wayne. Okay? Bruce Wayne, this guy who donates to orphanage, who has the Martha Wayne Foundation, Father Foundation. Are you kidding me? You kidding? Makes him the villain? Court of Owls. Okay. Oh yeah. All right. I'm gonna mute myself. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. I was just watching the baseball game. 2-2 the World Series now. Jays has won. Now I feel blinded. Going 6 games. I don't know. Are you free to come unblinded? I don't know. I don't blind us like this. Oh no, my co-host. Oh no, I don't. So you're gonna penalize Batman for growing up wealthy, rich, Bruce Wayne. Okay, you're gonna penalize someone for growing up wealthy and rich. Okay, it says more about somebody like you than him, if you ask me. Oh, drop the. No, I'm going. Okay, sorry. Okay. Oh, you're still on the road. All right, go to bed. All right, I'm actually done. I'll be back some other time. All right, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm actually done. I have nothing else to say. But yeah, thank you guys.